From the producer that brought you the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, All the Boys Love Mandy Lane, and The Strangers comes another home invasion horror, No Man of God. This time featuring Elijah Wood as a man who literally cannot die. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the found footage subgenre of horror, so let's talk about this one and why it might be my new favorite. Our story follows a young couple, Jake and Sadie, who are in love and living the best years of their lives. It is until they get an anonymous tip from someone at their office that there is a hit out on Jake's life. At first, it seems like just an overprotective friend looking out for his buddy. But when three masked men show up at their house with guns blazing, things get real. In the struggle to defend themselves, both Jake and Sadie are shot and left for dead. In the most brutal and sadistic way possible, the leader of the group, known only as the Shepherd, takes a shovel to Jake and buries him alive. And that is where the film pretty much gives us our first taste of the supernatural. The scene then cuts to black, and we hear Jake screaming in agony as he struggles to free himself from the dirt and the wood that was used to seal his coffin. After what feels like an eternity, he is finally able to free himself, to find that everything around him has completely changed. It's overgrown and looks like it hasn't been touched in decades. But how could this be? We had just seen that this all took place in the modern day. So how can there be such rapid growth? I don't have the answer to that, but it does appear as though this may be some kind of purgatory that Jake has been trapped in. And that might be due to the fact that he isn't actually human. More on that later. After getting his bearings, he makes his way back to his house, only to realize that it has also fallen into disrepair. He walks inside and finds Sadie's diary, and after reading some entries, we learn that she is pregnant. This causes Jake to panic because he wants to be a father. And if Sadie is dead, then so is his chance to start a family. As he continues to search the house, he finds some clues which lead him to believe that Sadie is still alive, but she's not exactly human either. And this is where the found footage aspect of the film really kicks in. As Jake makes his way through the house, he starts finding VHS tapes hidden in various places. And these tapes consist of moments leading up to the attack on the house, and even the attack itself. These tapes almost seem to act as clues, guiding Jake to discovering the truth behind not only what happened to him and Sadie, but also who he really is. And they also serve as clues for us as the audience to figure out along with Jake. It is then revealed that Jake and Sadie were part of an experiment, one that was conducted by the government and led by the very man who tried to bury Jake alive, the Shepherd. Their goal was to find a way to create the perfect soldier, someone who would never feel pain and couldn't be killed. As we continue to learn more about Jake, it is revealed that he is not only immortal, but he has been through this whole process multiple times throughout history. He was just recently a World War II soldier who died on D-Day, but he has also been killed in Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, Iraq, you name it. The reason he keeps coming back is because each time he is killed, the Shepherd brings him back and subjects him to the process again. They remove his memories and reprogram him to be the perfect soldier. This all leads to a final confrontation between Jake and the Shepherd, where the two duke it out in the most brutal way possible. And that's really just the tip of the iceberg as far as the plot goes. There's so much more that happens, and so many twists and turns that I didn't want to ruin for you. But let me tell you this. Once you pop this puppy open, you won't be able to stop watching until the very end. The acting in this film is fantastic. Elijah Wood really sells. The idea that his character has gone through so much trauma, and the audience gets to see all of it through his eyes. It is so easy to sympathize with Jake and root for him throughout the entire movie. The rest of the cast is fantastic as well, and I especially have to give props to the guy who played the Shepherd. His performance was so unnerving and terrifying that I actually had to take a few breaks while watching, just to calm myself down a bit. As far as the writing goes, I think they did a fantastic job keeping the plot moving forward without any unnecessary fluff. The entire film is fast-paced with hardly a moment to catch your breath. Just when you think you know where it's going, it takes you in a completely different direction. I also thought that the use of the found footage aspect of the film was incredibly clever. Not only does it help move the plot along, but it also serves as a great way to build suspense and keep the audience guessing. The editing in the film is superb and keeps you on the edge of your seat the entire time. It's one of those movies that you can tell was made with a very small budget, but yet it doesn't feel cheap at all. The cinematography is beautiful, and the sound design is fantastic. They really knew how to make the most out of what they had to work with. There's no doubt in my mind that this is going to be one of the best horror films of 2023. If you're a fan of the found footage genre, you owe it to yourself to check this one out. Let me know in the comments below if you've seen it already, and if so, what did you think? Also, if you haven't checked out my other videos, go ahead and do so now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.